DNB Norway. The Norwegian DNB NOR Bank recently set up a branch in SL. DNB NOR is Norway's biggest finance company with a market value of 15 billion euro. DNB NOR Island in Second Life provides visitors with information about the bank and about their connection to Norway. This island has a lot more to offer than just a bank. It even features works by painters from Norway. DNB NOR is one of the main partners of the Nobel Prize Federation. So there's a small island with the latest Nobel Peace Prize winners out here as well. Come and learn more about the beautiful country of Norway.
Life for You will be right back after this.
Hey, Chris, are you familiar with Alice in Wonderland?
Do you mean the novel Alice in Wonderland, originally published in 1865 by Charles Dodgson under his pen name Lewis Carroll?
Yes, Mr. Superbrain. Well, a theater in Berlin, Germany has brought the famous piece to the stage, which normally wouldn't be news for us here in SL, except for the fact that it took place not only in real life.
Here's Draxter Dupre with the story.
Alice's journey into Wonderland may be the craziest adventure ever, but last week all the weird characters in the book, from the caterpillar to the twins, found themselves totally displaced. Theater director Johannes von Matuschka, aka Sammy Wilder, and new media philosopher Daniel Michelis, aka Hank Vostok, teleported the Looney Bunch into yet another Wonderland, Second Life. It was all part of a performance at the Schaubühne in Berlin. Ina Temple as Alice, live on stage, playing to a total of 9 avatars. When the two men first came up with the idea, Wilder didn't want to do a show that takes place in SL alone.
We wanted people to come to the theater to see how a real-life person interacts with avatars.
This attempt to fuse traditional theater with a new storytelling platform has a lot of potential, says Hank Vostok.
Using Second Life to tell a story is also a step towards more interesting, more narrative digital media.
Media guru Lev Manovich once proclaimed that too little narration is the core problem of digital media. Hank Vostok says this is exactly where real theater and virtual stages can find common ground.
The simulation of worlds, theater has a long history in creating virtuality. The other thing they have in common is that also in theater you never know what's going to happen, you never know.
In the story, Alice navigates Wonderland with humor and logic, all the while encountering rudeness and violence. Just like SL? Kind of. The piece was performed in public places, so the actors had to deal with unsuspecting visitors. Sammy Wilder remembers a girl discovering the Mad Hatter's Tea Party during the live show and wondering what was going on.
There was this moment where you could get a new actor into the play, and I asked her to join us, but she didn't understand. And then the Mad Hatter said something really, really rude to her.
And she left. Oh, the Mad Hatter can get a rise out of people. He even provoked an onlooker at rehearsal to fire a machine gun. Well, at least the rabbit was popular, especially among the ladies. So who is accepted in this world, and where does its tolerance end? Can only beautiful people join the club? Wilder's version of Wonderland is a parable about emancipating oneself from obsession with material goods. How can virtuality help with that?
Jump in, but jump in an active way. To jump in and let yourself go is what the huge corporations want. They want us to be passive consumers.
Vostok slightly disagrees with the view of an imminent takeover by economic interest.
They don't see real consumer profiles. It's going to be about communication. It's going to be about designing three-dimensional media.
Still time then to infuse the world with culture and shape it ourselves. Again, we can learn from Alice.
She always reflects what she sees. When we discover Second Life, we should also sometimes reflect what we're doing now and what is possible in world and what we should better do out there in real life.
Pooh, I'm a little overwhelmed with all these heavy-duty topics. I think I'm going to take a break at the mall. I heard they have some cool things I might need. Applying good old shopping therapy, I'm Drexler Dupre for Life for You News.
For some of us, Second Life means shopping. Furniture, decoration, art, there's nothing you can't buy. But what do people do with all this stuff?
You mean it's high time we had a Better Homes and Garden in Second Life?
All right, you got me there. I'm totally curious as to how people decorate their apartments and houses. So I asked Larry Kungler to help me out. And he did.
It's a sunny day here on Helvetia Island, where I'm set to meet Hindros Broom, a proud apartment owner who's agreed to let me have an inside look at his marble-covered home. Broom is a photographer in real life and uses SL for his impressive collection of panorama images. He built his house on 4 Sims in only 2 weeks, and he only had to invest a couple of $100 Linden for some of his own scripts. But still, he's only renting the house, so he still has to pay $1,200 LD per week to the owner of the land. Broom spends about 2 to 5 hours here per week. There are no stairs in this house. Everything works via TP. He invites me up to the roof terrace, but as soon as I get there, I run into an old problem. Hindros explains. With buildings larger than 1 sim, the prims become phantoms and the avas totally fall down. Linden should really try to solve this problem as soon as possible. With a special camera that moves during the shot, this panorama expert develops 180 and 360-degree optics, such as this one from Switzerland. You can see Mont Blanc, Europe's highest mountain, which is 150 kilometers away. Hindros has built in a small aid to help viewers orient themselves better. And as he explains, his work can cost up to €800 per day. Hindros uses his roof pavilion for relaxation and reflection. And he even has a bar here. Sometimes he stands up here and just enjoys the incredible view. Switzerland at night is also quite beautiful. Moving on now. In the loft, he shows me his latest invention. He's using his panorama images as windows and facades. Plus, you can change the view depending on your mood. Luzerne, the Breinstersee, or even transparent. The marble fireplace is totally cool, and the entire space has a very tasteful feel to it. Hindros works at his huge desk. The old radio is something that's been in his family for a while. He definitely likes contrasts. Of course, Hindros has already set up his new brave new TV so that he can watch Life for You. As the sun sets, we take a seat on his terrace and enjoy the comfy chairs and the beautiful view. Well, Christoph and Kira, I think it's safe to say that your little space is nothing compared to this.
Gee, thanks, Larry. But wow, so many great decorating ideas. I think I'm gonna go home and redo my entire apartment.
Try not to overdo it with the shopping, honey. Don't forget how little they pay us here.
Ah, but Christoph, you forget. We're only in this for the fun, remember? This has been Life for You.
Get your brave new TV and tune in again next week. Here's wishing you all
a great second life.
For information, comments, and suggestions, visit our website, www.lifeforyou.tv.